Hey y'all, it's Jordyn Swingle with season 2 of Let's Just Be Real. I'm so excited to be bringing you a new season with a new set, so many new guests, and stories that you have to hear. So grab your best friend, sit down on your couch, and let's get to it.
Well, hi y'all. Welcome to the Let's Just Be Real podcast. I am your new host for today, Jordyn Swingle, filling in. I'm also the editor of this podcast, so I have a huge responsibility to cut out all the things that Jordyn might say to get her canceled. But yeah, today's guest is a special treat. Someone you all know and love because you have no choice. And someone who thought the best idea to fill in the gap of real guests was to give you more of her.
Oh, wow.
It's Jordyn Swingle.
It is.
Welcome. How'd I do on that intro?
You did subpar. No, I'm not gonna. No, it's okay. You did great. I was really, really impressed by your, well, hi, y'all. That was
painful.
I know. You should have gone up an octave.
It was a mix between your cheery attitude and the masculinity of big Tex is what I was going for. Did I nail it?
You nailed it. Truly, on the head. No, I would have.
You don't mean that.
Never guessed that's what you were going for.
I thought it was obvious. I thought it came in pretty clear.
Yeah, you should have held up a sign.
Okay, so how do you feel being in the hot seat, as you call it?
I have no freaking clue what you were about to ask me, and that makes me very nervous.
Neither do I.
Because normally I come with the script and not the script, but at least the prepared questions. And full disclaimer, I have no clue what you're about to ask me. So.
And neither do I. That's what makes this so fun.
Oh, great.
Or terrifying.
Okay. Leaning towards the latter.
So. Let's get to it. Let's get to it. That's what people say. Let's start off with some warm-up word associations just to get us started, okay?
Okay.
Be excited.
Oh, I'm excited.
Okay. Are you ready? You
I feel like I need to vomit.
I'll say something.
I really
finish it off with the first thing that comes to your mind.
Oh, God. All right. Go.
Okay. Ready? Kansas City.
Chiefs. Kingdom, baby.
Okay. Calm down. This is a warm-up exercise.
Okay.
Not a kegger. Butterscotch.
Candies. Hard candies.
Candy.
Candies.
Happy.
Gilmore.
Rhinestone.
Cowboy.
Lilo and
Stitch.
Apple cider vin.
Easel's body. Okay, maybe you'd have an argument. But all the girl, I feel like everybody had a crush on, or it could have been Luda. Truly.
It could have been Luda.
It could have been Luda.
For who?
I don't know. Some people. But for me, it was Paul Walker. And then that was it. I don't think about the Fast and Furious franchise ever.
Dad, I think about it daily.
Is that your Roman Empire? Like, is that the thing that, like, maybe. Periodically you'd be like, man, I wish I was in that movie.
Not that I was in that movie, but that my life was more like the Fast and the Furious. Excitement, fast cars.
And freedom.
Freedom.
There you go. That's a Rascal Flatts song. Okay, what's your next question? Because Fast and the Furious, that was how you started. Okay, all right, let's roll.
Well, you wanted to go on and on about Fast and the Furious. I just asked a simple question.
Okay.
Whatever.
You're giving...
do you want like serious questions or like hypothetical questions?
No, hold on a second.
First?
All right,
let's move on.
Did you watch...
We don't have time for you to go on and on about Fast and the Furious.
You did. Do not between two ferns
I'm not between two ferns, you. I don't know what that even means.
Y'all get that?
Hypothetical or real questions?
Hypothetical.
Okay, let's just be hypothetical.
Okay.
Okay. First hypothetical question.
Okay.
Every day, 12 new things arrive at your house, all of which begin with a letter you choose. Which letter would you pick?
Oh, crap. C.
C?
Yeah, because I like
answer.
Coffee.
And that's it? That's all you care about is coffee?
If I had to choose between food and coffee, It'd be coffee. So yeah.
But these are the only things you're getting. You can't go out to the store and buy other things that start with other letters.
Do you have a list of every letter?
No.
You do.
Why would I do that?
Did you know I was going to pick C?
Actually, I had a hunch, but I'm not leading you into.
Okay, C.
Okay, so you can't have anything else that starts with any other letter.
Okay.
Good luck wiping your butt with cardboard.
Oh no, Cottonelle. Vase. Cottonelle.
Okay, that's a loophole.
Mm-hmm. Are you gonna give me a list of 12 things?
No, that's it. That's all. That's the only
okay,
thing.
Cottonelle
What
coffee.
else would you have? What's the 12 things?
Cottonelle coffee. Contracts, because I'm a realtor.
They just show up at your door.
Yeah, the contracts just be lining up. Yeah. I have no idea. I have no clue. Where? Okay, next question, please.
That's 3 things.
Yeah, I don't know. C. Candy.
Okay.
Cucumbers.
Okay. We'll cut that out too.
Cats.
But okay.
Every day.
Cats are terrible.
A new cat.
A new cat every day.
Every day.
Okay.
Coffee, cats, cantaloupe. I like cantaloupe. This is stupid.
This is the worst episode of all time.
No, it isn't.
That
Keep
question
going.
was brought to you by Dr. Pepper.
Ugh, vomit. Do you know what causes more
Not
tension
really,
in our
but
marriage?
I hope so.
That company.
Dr. Pepper.
How many Dr. Peppers do you drink a
Sacrificing
day?
my marriage for you. So
Yeah,
come
truly.
sponsor us.
Yeah, so that he can live because you're going to have to take him in. Oh, God. Okay, next question, you psychopath.
Okay. Let's get real.
All right.
Okay.
Okay.
You've had a lot
Finally.
of different jobs, businesses. Why
Are we going to
are you
revisit
making
all
that
those
noise?
jobs?
Yes. Walk us through your career journey,
All right.
starting with college,
How many colleges did I go to?
starting with your first college.
Fun fact about me, I went to 1, 2, 3, 4 colleges. 5 colleges.
5.
Yeah.
Name them.
Berlin was my first one. I went with the intention of going to A&M. Didn't happen. Not because I'm dumb, but because also because I'm dumb. I moved back home for a boy. Berlin, then TCC, then UNT, then the Kings. Oh, 4.
4.
Wow. Clearly, I don't have a college degree because I can't count college degree.
College
College
degree.
degree.
Ain't got no college degree.
So, I've always loved to work.
For? What when you went?
Fun. I went for the fun. Truly,
So you went to Blinn.
I went to
with
Berlin.
No direction.
I would skip my classes so often that people would comment on my Facebook, "Do you think she's coming to class today?" It was that bad. Just because I would like hang out with people, and I wasn't like partying or anything. Like I was just like bopping around, just going to get sushi with people that I met on campus or coffee, and then maybe the occasional class sprinkled in here and there. I don't advise it. Also, I wish somebody would have said, "Hey, Jordyn, maybe college, not your thing, girl. That's okay. Let's not rack up a bunch of student loan debt."
So you're not only were you not going to classes, but you were convincing other people to not go to classes too.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you went where?
After Berlin, I went to TCC for a couple semesters.
For what reason?
Oh, I don't know, because I thought I had to be in college. Like that was what everyone was doing, and I didn't know where I wanted to go. And then I ended up at UNT, and that was the best ever. I did attend more classes at UNT because I actually enjoyed the catalog that I was taking at that time. I was always really interested in my communications classes. Duh.
Why is that?
I don't know. I like to yap.
What kind of communication classes did you take?
Public relations, communications about, I don't know, anthropology that had nothing to do with communications, but I would communicate a lot in that class because I would argue with the teacher all the time. I'd be like, "What do you think about?" And they'd be like, "God dang it, Jordyn, shut up. Sit down." I'd be like, "Ma." But then I went to UNT, and then I went to Bible college. Actually, I spent the most time at Bible college. out of all of them. But then I got pregnant. You knocked me up and I didn't get a college degree.
I
Typical
didn't knock you up. You sound like we'd met in college and I knocked you up and you had to
story.
quit
I got
college
knocked
because of
up,
me.
didn't go to college.
We got married first. There's a lot in between there.
You're right. But I did get pregnant and then I didn't finish school. And I don't regret that. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh, I need a college degree.
Right.
I went to real estate classes and that was that.
What was your favorite class ever
Oh, God.
in any of your colleges?
Probably my PR class at UNT. I had a lot of really great conversation there, and I felt like I was in a room full of people that were open to conversation that was challenging. And yeah, I liked it. I like to have conversation with people that don't agree with me just because I want to know their side of the story and their point of view.
Makes sense.
But then I get mad when they don't see my side. So
I took when I wanted to do some writing. And so I took some like literature courses and I took a women's literature class. I don't know why.
were you the
I think
only?
it was the
That
only- I
was a
the
move.
only
You're
guy.
like, I'm gonna get all
No,
these chicks
it
in this
really
class.
wasn't. I think it was like the only one left. And I was the only guy in there.
Oh my God. I bet all the girls
I
were
don't
like,
remember anything that
he's
happened.
gay.
Probably. Okay, we'll cut that out too. You can't say that anymore.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, so we were
then-
supposed to talk about careers.
Yeah, college, and then where'd you go? What
I always
happened after that?
worked.
So you got knocked up, ruined your life,
Did not ruin my life.
and so
Derailed my plans
what'd you
a
do
bit.
then?
When we had Ellie, I was like, I just wanted to be a stay-at-home mom, but there's always been this like slow burning fire in me to work. Like I love to work. I've always loved to work. I've had a job since I was 15. The minute somebody was like, we'll hire you and pay you under the table, I was like, where do I sign? Okay, I'll do it. It was serving pizza, not anything nefarious. But yeah, so we had Ellie and I wanted to be at home with her, but I also wanted to bring in money because we were broke. So broke, right? What was that? A nod to?
John Ralphio
Yeah, John Ralphio.
reference. That was nice.
Yeah, so I became a nanny and I loved it. I actually became a nanny before we had Ellie. We got married and I became a nanny. I've always loved kids and like teaching them and being involved, and the flexibility that came with the job was nice. And I still know those people and I love them a lot. And then the itch to go back to work was like pretty heavy. I don't know. I was going stir crazy. Like I loved being at home, but I definitely needed my own outlet. And so then I went to work for
Little Caesars.
Right Now Media.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Or was that before? No, that was it. No. I went to work for a corporate event planning company.
That was after that.
No, it wasn't. It was before that. And I remember very clearly why. So went to work for a corporate event planning company, loved it, sucked at it. Not because of the job itself, but because I should have been in the sales role and I was in the administration role. And I don't have an administrative bone in my body. Like truly, that's why I hire out all the things, because so good at people, so good at sales, suck at like the little tiny fine details. And so I did not do well at that job at all. And I even went to them and I was like, hey, I feel like I'd be better suited if you like let me give the pitch, you know? And they're like, you're like 20 years old, sit down. No. You know, if they'd given me a shot.
Yeah.
But no, I probably had no idea what I was doing at that point. And then that job ended and I went to work for Right Now Media doing sales. And that was great until
Over
it
the
wasn't.
phone sales, right?
Yeah, over the phone sales. And I was
telemarketer
so
just-
bored. Yeah.
Bothering people.
Yeah, I would like hit my sales goal for the day in the first like couple hours because it was not a very hard job. Like you're literally calling people and I can BS with the best of them. So I'd get people on the phone and I'd be like, hey, all you had to do is say yes. Just say yes. Just say yes and just trust me. And they'd be like, you sound trustworthy. And so they would. And I don't even remember what I was selling, honestly. I think like packages to a church. And then that was like an hour
Guessing to
drive.
churches. That's good.
Yeah, I know.
That's what you said.
Forgive me, Jesus. I need to cough. Hold on. Sorry. And then I went, that job was like an hour and a half drive. It was so far. And I was leaving the house at like 5 a.m, which the fact that I ever was up and at it by 5 a.m. and on the road.
Impressive. Yeah.
Insane. But I was so depressed because I was leaving you guys and I wasn't getting home until like 7 o'clock at night because of the commute. And so we quickly figured out like, that doesn't work. And then I don't know what I did after that. I don't remember.
At spa?
No. Then I started selling essential oils.
That was before?
I left Right Now Media and came home, and you had gotten a pay raise at your job. So like the need for me to go and leave the house and work wasn't as big. And I worked like little odd jobs for my hairdresser at the time. I would like go run errands. I was like his personal assistant. And then I sold essential oils, and that sounds laughable, but I made bank doing it.
You made bank.
I made bank doing it, and I loved it. I loved the product, and the whole network marketing thing worked for me. I ended up having like 400 people on my team, which was wild. And say what you want about network marketing, like it provided a lot. You actually were able to quit your job at one point. Oh, photography. Duh. That's what we were doing.
Quit banging the couch.
Oh, might be. So we just bounced around and did like little odd jobs, but I always had like 3 streams of income at one time. I was always like, have my hands in all the different things. Mm-hmm. And then we did photography for a long time, worked weddings. That was incredible and super profitable for our family. You quit your full-time job to come home and work our business. And we did that for 6 years. No.
Together?
No, together we've been doing it, our business, like 11 years before I quit doing photography.
Something like that.
And then real estate entered the picture in 2020, and the rest is history. And I truly feel like I will be doing real estate until I die.
You think you're done now? You're done hopping around?
I'm done. Yeah, I don't want to hop around anymore. Well, first of all, we own a real estate brokerage. I'm not the broker, just the owner. Let's clarify that for compliance purposes. But I will never work for someone else again, ever. I don't think that is beneficial for my brain or, I work best when I know that there's not a ceiling above me. Like if I can go chase more, that's when I work the hardest. And if I can serve more people and feel like my impact is actually making a difference, like that keeps me going. And I've found that outlet in real estate. So I think this probably is my career lifelong.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I would agree.
You think that I'm settled?
Yes. Yeah. All those other jobs led you to this one, I feel like.
I agree. They honed my skill set in different ways, which I'm appreciative of. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. That was a lot of information. So
sorry. Yeah.
Let's bump back to some hypothetical.
God. All right. Here we go.
We took our kids to Universal Studios, Harry Potter World.
Oof.
How'd you like that?
It was great, but I will have to sell infinitely more houses to afford going back because, dear God, water bottles are $6. And I will own this. We did zero research.
Well, yeah, but.
And so we didn't know that you could bring a refillable water bottle. So we're just like, all right, well, can't be dehydrated and die. So take all my money.
Would we have if we knew?
No, you're
Probably
right.
Not.
Convenience is a thing we love.
Would you recommend it to other people?
Would I recommend Harry Potter World? Absolutely. But is there any way to get the photo of the kids on the screen?
I'll post that. Tell that story real quick.
Go
walk us through the ride and then I'll end it with the photo.
Okay. So first of all, we did no research. So we really didn't look into the intensity in the rides. And Ellie's never been on a roller coaster before. And everyone was like, oh, the Hagrid ride was the best. So we're like, all right, cool. So she was the only one that met the height requirement, or Campbell would have gone it. Campbell, I feel like
Campbell
was more brave.
Terrified.
He would have died. He would have fallen out of the ride. Yeah. So they get us up there and it's a pretty long line. And I can tell she's getting antsy and kind of anxious about, she's like,
she didn't want to go.
She didn't want to go. We made her go because it was the first ride. And we're like, we came all this way. We paid all this money. We're going to ride these rides. And I should have not let her go with you first.
Why?
Because I would have been able to talk her down. of us two.
You wouldn't have been able to hold her in the seat.
You right. Big facts. But anyways, so she goes on the ride, and it is actually the fastest roller coaster I've ever been on.
Same.
Terrifying. At one point, you're sitting still, and then you just drop out of nowhere and then go really fast. And none of us knew that. And so poor girl, she was traumatized. And when you see the photo of that, you'll believe that. But then we traumatized them further when we took them on the Jurassic Park ride. And there's a massive T-Rex at the end. And right after the T-Rex, you just plummet. And you just dive headfirst. And Campbell's face.
He's like Ellie looks like she's going to throw up. And
Campbell's
terrified.
like...
He made himself cry because he was
cross-eyed.
biting his lips so hard.
He was biting his lips so hard after the fact because he was terrified. And we're laughing now, but like it was actually pretty traumatizing for them.
The best picture we've ever taken as a family.
Ever. I told Dylan, I was like, can this please be our Christmas card? Because it's so funny. But yeah, it was great. Aside from the trauma therapy we will have to pay for, it was wonderful. And I think we walked like 15 miles, which, woof. On one leg.
Woof.
But yeah, it was great. What was your hypothetical?
Okay. Well, you're also a fan of Twilight too, right? Yes. So which world would you rather live in? The Harry Potter world
you
or
cannot
the Twilight
do
world?
that.
I can definitely do that. I'm in control of this show.
Okay, fine. Don't let that power go to your head, okay?
Well, we'll see how long this episode goes.
I would still, as much as I love Twilight, I would still say Harry Potter.
What a nerd.
I know. Did you know when we were dating that I was this nerdy?
Well, no. I think you want to be more nerdy than you. Well, you try to convey that you're nerdy, but also you're too cool to be nerdy. So,
are you a nerd? Would you classify yourself as a nerd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
But you try to be publicly nerdy. I have to hide my nerdiness so that I have friends.
I feel like I have grown increasingly nerdy. I just like the magic.
But you try to be nerdy cool.
Dude, I like Harry Potter. Okay. I like to read.
No, that's fine.
I like those things. But no, I think Harry Potter world, it was like more magical for me than it was for the kids. I was in awe. Like truly.
Was definitely more magical for you.
Dylan was like, wow, this is a trip for you. And I was like, yeah, I
You kept getting mad because the kids didn't want to ride the rides. And you're like, just leave them and we'll go ride. Just one of your finer parenting
CBS,
moments.
We're fine. Okay. There was a kid area. All right.
There's
whatever.
A family area.
Whatever. I had a blast. I would recommend it. And yes, I would choose Harry Potter over Twilight.
Wow.
Which is like 16-year-old Jordyn would be like, what? Mm-hmm. But no, absolutely. Yeah.
All right.
Like, have you ever held a wand and pretended to be Voldemort? Oh, no, I'm gonna. Like, that's fun.
No, I've never done that. Never.
You mean you don't stand in the mirror and do your Voldemort face?
Nope.
Okay.
Do you practice that?
No.
Often?
Never. Not one time.
Okay. Shout out to Kevin, by the way, who's running the board.
Oh, yeah. Kevin, Dylan's little brother.
My little brother.
Following in his footsteps of radio, television, and film.
He's filling in today. So if the production
is better, then Dylan's fired.
If it's better, then all credit to me.
Yeah, right.
Because of the genes and wisdom.
Oh.
But if it sucks.
If y'all ever worry about if his ego is, strong enough, don't you worry, because apparently.
This is an act.
Okay, got it.
This is all fake. Where are we at now? What did we talk about? We're going real or are we going hypothetical again?
I would like another hypothetical.
Really?
Yeah.
This is the last one I have. So
okay, great. Then we'll just dive right in. Do you want to save it?
Let's go real.
Okay, fine. You're in charge. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Let's do back-to-back real and then we'll finish it off.
Deal.
Okay. So, many people know you tried out for American Idol.
Oh, God.
Why is that such a heavy question? It's not even a question yet. Okay. But I was just going to ask you, who are your favorite musicians and influences growing up?
Oh, okay. Music. I love music. That's, you know what? Props to you.
Yeah.
I never talk about that. I don't know if there's science to prove this, but music brings out all these things in me. Like if it's nostalgia or emotions or closeness to Jesus, like any of those things. Music for me is everything. Like a drive in the car by myself with my music on is truly therapy for me. I did try out for American Idol. I did not make it far because they wanted you to like commit to traveling and stuff and leaving your kids. And I was like, that ain't gonna happen. Plus I'm just not that good of a singer. Like I can sing, but not like Tori Kelly or Kelly Underwood or any of those people. Carrie Underwood. Music. As a kid, we had freaking country radio on in the background constantly. Like I vividly remember at Papa and Sissy's house, my grandparents, there was a TV in the living room and it played CMT music videos over and over.
Surprise me.
And if it wasn't just a montage of Wrangler boots or Wrangler jeans and cowboy boots and pickup trucks, and I don't mean to, paint a genre in one way.
A huge generalization.
It
I'm
is,
sorry
and
for
I
all
am
you
right
country fans.
Because,
Whew.
but
I
one
would
time,
never
do
say
you want
that
to know a
about country.
story about? Yes, you would. You hate country music. Do you want to know a time when? Okay, so I was obsessed with Clay Walker, and obviously I had childhood cancer, and so I got the perks of that sometimes, and they would like let you go to things.
That's my next
There's
question.
some perks.
Please describe the perks of childhood cancer.
One of the perks of childhood cancer is you get to go to all these events that like you normally wouldn't get to. And so I got to go to the state fair or the concert or something. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I was like in the crowd and he like pointed and was singing at me. And then the next day I came home and I was watching CMT videos with Papa. And I said, I like the way he looks in them Wranglers. And I was like 5. Almost gave my grandfather a stroke.
Yeah.
So country music definitely had an influence on me when I was growing up. I think I listened to it a lot in like junior high and high school. I don't listen to it as much anymore. Definitely not like today's country music, just doesn't do it for me. But the number one most influential artist on my life is John Mayer.
Why is that?
The guitar, the lyrics, like there's every album that he's ever put out has like encapsulated a time in my life. I'm not kidding. This is very cathartic for me.
Yeah, let's get it out.
Yeah, I think I've always been a hopeless romantic, and he always sang about like relationships and love. And I was just like 13 laying in my bedroom, just listening to, Your Body's a Wonderland. No, and like Gravity, and just like thinking and feeling all these emotions. Cause as a girl, you feel all the things. Right. And so John Mayer definitely has been the most influential artist on my life. And then Biggie. I mean, my mom raised me on Biggie Smalls and Whitney Houston and Celine Dion, all those artists. I mean, Al Green, like I would say I gravitate more towards Black vocalists than anything, just because I think that they're more talented, and that's generalization and whatever. But I stand by that, because there were so many artists when I was growing up that I wanted to be able to hit the runs and do the things that they could do, and their soul and all, I don't know, their music is just better. I'm going to say that. And I stand by it. At me in the comments. But I grew up on like Al Green and Bill Withers and Sam Cooke, and just like the range in music that I listened to, which shout out to Kelly because she raised me right in that way, was amazing. But there were definite, like my first CD was Ja Rule and Ashanti, and I was 9 years old. Like I had no business.
Whose wasn't,
I had no business listening to that, but like, baby, baby, you know what I mean? Like there's the like.
Can you do that one more time? I think we didn't pick it up.
Baby, baby. What did he sing?
You see how hard my job is in the editing suite?
I know. I make it really difficult.
Now, I don't have to cancel out normal things. I gotta cut out reverse racism.
Sorry.
Black singers are the best.
I stand by that. I'm sorry, but
that's fine. They're just great.
I don't know, but all of my favorite artists, aside from John Mayer, have been African American. And then rap. Like I love rap still to this day. Look, I love Jesus so much, but I also will turn on Lil Wayne so quick it'll make your head spin. Like in the gym, people probably think I'm like listening to like girly music, and I'm listening to Kendrick Lamar and Lil Wayne and Tupac.
So well-rounded. No,
it's not that. It's just I enjoy it. Like, and especially, I don't know, it makes me feel tough. That's what it boils down to. Like, there's like an alter ego inside of me that's like, you know, nuck if you buck. Like that's it.
Okay. Wow.
You shouldn't ask that question. I'm getting all sorts of hate after this podcast.
We'll never be able to air this.
Well, hold on. Let's talk about Christian music too, because this encapsulated.
Is a perfect segue.
The best
to my next question.
Oh God. Okay.
Nuck
go.
if you buck. You said multiple times on this podcast and just in life how important your faith is in everything you do.
I promise I love
how
Jesus.
It drives.
You can love Jesus
and a lot of the stuff you went through. A lot of people could blame God or
you're going there.
Find a reason why there is no God, because you've been through a lot. So walk us through kind of your testimony, how you came to faith and how you've seen it work in your life too.
That is a great question. So the first memory I have of hearing about Jesus was actually my brother, Stephen. For those of you who don't know, I have 3 brothers, 2 from my dad's first marriage and then 1 from my mom. Stephen is the one in between my oldest brother and myself. And we're very close. And the first memory I have of ever hearing the gospel is at his house, at his mom's house. And he had a little Evangelicube. I don't know if you ever knew that.
Describe that.
It's a little cube that you fold it out and it tells you the story of Jesus, right? And we're like sitting in his floor and he's like, listen, this is important. And I'm like soaking it all in, mainly because I respect him. And I wanted him to think I was like really smart and stuff because he's very smart. But then like hearing it, some of it just made sense to me. Like I was like, oh, that makes all the stuff that I've gone through feel a little bit like I can not reason it away, but like it's worth something, you know? And then shortly after that, I mean, I was like the Pharisee. Like I would be like, do you know, Jesus, you're going to hell. Like we need to sit down. We need to have a conversation. Like I need to save you. I'm 13. I have no idea of, you know, any of these things.
Listening to John Mayer.
13 listening to John Mayer, but then also preaching the gospel on campus.
Mm-hmm.
But like I, from a very young age, I felt like I grasped and understood the gospel and it influenced all of my decisions. And sometimes I was more legalistic than relationship driven. And I regret that as growing up. But the first time that I feel like I understood the weight of my sin, I was 17 and I was outside at Young Life Camp and like say whatever you want about Young Life Camp. That was an amazing experience for me. But I was outside and we had just had this conversation and I was just really feeling all of the things that I was walking through at the time. And I had lost my dad when I was 9. No. How old was I? I was 7, not 9. And so the void of a father for girls like that's a huge weight. And some people use it as a cop-out, but like I didn't understand why I was having certain behaviors. I really craved the affirmation of the men in my life. And that was such an idol for me that I was like, that drove my decisions more than anything else. And listen, what I'm about to tell you is my experience, okay? I'm not saying that this is whatever, but like, I remember so clearly sitting outside under the stars in Colorado and just honestly asking God, why do I feel so hopeless? Like, why do I feel so sad? And so like, I'm not worth it. And it wasn't like a booming audible voice, but like something inside of me. This was the phrase that I heard. And it said, you've mourned the death of your father more than you have celebrated the resurrection of your Savior. I couldn't have come up with those words as a 17-year-old. Like that wasn't something that I was just like thinking about. But it hit me like a ton of bricks and I just broke. I just wept. And I was like, God, I don't want to place more value on anything else in this world than you. I want you to be it for me. I want everything else to pale in comparison to how you feel about me and how I feel about you. And I didn't do it perfectly from that point on, but I do feel like there was a shift in my life after that. And I earnestly desired Jesus and understanding the Bible and understanding my walk with God. And I was able to then look back on all of the things that I've been through. I mean, I had childhood cancer. My parents got divorced. My dad died. My brother then had cancer. Like our life was really challenging the first 10 years of my life. And even after that. And I just remember that pivotal moment in my mind of like, okay, you've got to stop chasing the things of the world because they've only let you down and they've only shown that they will fail you. And when that switch came in my mind, like I said, I didn't do it perfectly because I was also still 17 and my frontal cortex or whatever that place is in your brain wasn't developed. But it changed me and I was able to see God's hand over all the things that had happened. And I was able to understand that, there's things that God allowed to happen to my life so that one day I would come to a place of I'm fully surrendered. Like I have no way to make these situations better without you. And that carried on through my adulthood. And, there's a lot of bad that I've experienced and a lot of things that are hard for me on a daily basis. Like walking with a prosthetic leg is a constant reminder of the failure that my body has and of the fragility that my life is. And without Jesus, I would be so hopeless. I would feel so empty, and every day that I've struggled, I've looked at God and said, okay, I know that your word says that you will use all things for my good, right? And for your glory. And so all the negative things that have happened to me have drawn me closer to Jesus because it's shown me like, I can't do it by myself. I don't want to do it by myself. I was not created to do it by myself. And my life is so much better when I trust that, God allows things to wound me for his glory and my good. And that sounds counterintuitive to the world, but to me, it makes so much sense. And all the things that I have and everything that I've been through have added up to an understanding of God has never left my side, ever. He was there when I got diagnosed with cancer. He was there when my leg was amputated. He was there when my dad died. He will continue to be there. He will never leave me nor forsake me. And that's true for me because there is no reason why I have joy. When you look at my life on paper, it doesn't make sense why I'm able to put a smile on my face from all the grief and the things that I've experienced. But one day God will make it right. And that's my hope in eternity with Jesus. And not even just in heaven, like I enjoy my life now so much more that I'm in relationship with Jesus. Like I read my Bible and it makes sense to me. The stories that I read make sense. And it makes sense because I empathize with the people that were walking out things like when Paul talks about having a thorn in his side and it being a reminder of his weakness. My thorn is my prosthetic leg. My thorn is the sinful nature that I carry and the things that, I still have to constantly die to all the time. But I'm not perfect and I don't claim to be, but I know that my life has infinitely more meaning because Jesus loves me and wants my good.
Yeah. Perfect.
Thanks. How do you feel like, because obviously, you came to know Jesus at a different time, but do you feel like our faith together ebbs and flows?
What do you mean?
Like
our faith together?
Like I feel like most of the time have a more natural trust in God than I do. I still am like, oh, sometimes. And you're like, mm-mm. Like, I feel like you have the gift of faith. Whereas I feel like I have the gift of like teaching or discernment. I feel like you have a gift of once you came to know Jesus, like you really did trust.
Yeah. I feel like how you come to Jesus kind of shapes the way you walk with him in a way, I guess. So like for me, before I came to Jesus, I was someone who wanted to be in control and had to be in control.
Yeah.
And then I found that freedom that I didn't have to be in control and I wasn't in control with Jesus. So now I fully trust things like that when I'm not in control or when I don't know the answer to something. But like for you, you didn't really, you had a bunch of things that were out of your control already. And so I don't know when we kind of go back and forth on who's we don't ever really have in full trust of God at the same time. But
that's probably
I
to our
think that's
benefit.
good. It kind of balances us out.
Yeah. because
that
there's
we're both
so many
not freaking out at
times.
the same time.
Yeah, there's so many times where you're super calm and like you're like, God's gonna provide for us. He's gonna continue to do the things that he's always done. And I'm like, but how do you know? And then there's times where you're like, oh, this ain't gonna work out. And I'm like, God's got us.
Yeah.
But it's never at the same time.
Mhm.
Yeah, and I think, you know, God has used you in my life to show me that stability is something that I crave. And I never had that growing up. My life was constantly riding the wave. And so I anticipate my life to be like that all the time. Like I wait for the other shoe to drop. But your consistency and stability, and you're not always stable, but
That's true.
but your
But he is,
consistency, but
and
he is.
That's what you hold on to.
Right.
Yeah. That's what led you to him. And that's what you trust the most.
Yeah. And when you emulate that, that gives me like, when you remind me of those characteristics about the Lord, like steadfastness and long suffering, that makes me feel safe. And it's probably something that drew me to you from the beginning, was Jesus in you showing like, hey, we're stable, we're good, you know, consistent.
Yep.
So yeah, our life is infinitely sweeter because we know Jesus, and nothing that we have accomplished or achieved has come on our own fruition. It's always been truly trusting that the Lord has us.
Right. No risk, no magic.
No risk, no magic, baby.
Shout
As
out
Harry
to
Potter
whoever
would.
designed this set, by the way.
That was me.
Excuse me?
I'm sorry. Who designed this set? Who came up with the idea?
Excuse me?
It was him. Whatever. Next question, please.
Okay. Gosh, that was... Let's bring a little fun back.
Oh, no. I don't know if your version of fun and my version of fun are the same, but I'll oblige.
What's your version of fun?
I don't know. Dancing on top of a table, drinking coffee, singing Taylor Swift.
Gosh.
I'm not going to do that.
Degenerate. Stranded on a desert island. Okay?
I have to cough.
You have to cough. Cut.
Go.
What 3 movies would you bring?
Wait, start again. Stranded on a
You're
what?
stranded on a desert island.
Okay.
Alone.
Oh.
What 3 movies would you bring?
Did you just
Provided
pull
you
all
have
of this from the office?
Electricity. No, I didn't.
3 movies that I would
3
bring.
movies, 3 books,
Ooh.
and 3 celebrities.
You're not going to like those answers.
Well, let's see.
Wait, can we,
Do the movies first.
are we married at the time? Are you on the island with me?
No, you're by yourself.
Okay.
What does that mean? You're going to bring someone to marry?
Yeah. Gotta have a mate.
You're going to repopulate this island? You're not just going to try to get off? Or...
God said be fruitful and multiply.
We're not there yet. Go
Anyways.
start with movies.
Movies. Okay. Gladiator. Gotta
Okay.
love it. The OG Russell Crowe. What do you think I'm going to say next?
Pretty Woman or something like that?
No. The Wedding Date. The Wedding Date. I love me some Dermot Mulroney. And, what's another one? Oh, About Time. I love About Time. That was a really transformative movie for us, I feel like. I don't know.
So 2 rom-coms to escape from your
Reality and Gladiator to train me to
hype you up.
defend myself on this
to
island.
survive.
Because there's got to be tigers and people and a Caesar somewhere.
What about 3 books?
Oh, God. I love reading. I love it so much. It engulfs my brain. My gosh. The Bible. I'm going to pick 1 holy one and 2 not. I think... What was that book that I read the other day that I like sobbed? Oh.
I don't know. They're all the same.
No, they're
Let
not.
me guess the plot. So
Stop. Right now, you're going to get all of
is
book YouTube and book
centers
talk
around
on
some
you.
sort of marital relationship in which the husband or bad guy, usually the husband or boyfriend, gets killed, or
Yeah.
the wife gets killed by the husband,
Yeah.
and they're trying to figure out who did it. And during this process, along comes some sort of old flame or old friend that turns into a flame, usually name something that doesn't make any sense, not a real name, like Anvil or
What? Okay, stop while you're ahead.
Something like
Stop while you're ahead. I
and
would
then they fall in
bring
love. And
I would bring the 5th Harry Potter book.
Which one is that?
Oh, I can't remember. Not Prisoner of Azkaban.
Why did you say the 5th one if you don't know what it is?
I can't remember. I just can see it in my head. Anyways, ignore that. And I would bring Iron Flame by Rebecca Yarros.
How's that go?
It's like a sci-fi love book where they like conquer all these things, but they're like love each other. It's pretty dirty, but it's also really good. And it has a really good storyline, and the people are like, you fall in love with the characters and they're really great. And yeah, those are the 3 books and the 3 celebrities.
What are the characters' names?
Oh, crap. Oh, no. Oh my God, I just blanked. I've read so many books since then. I don't know. I can't remember the guy's name. I can't remember.
Something that's not a real name.
No, but I would read it over and over again. Oh, no. Wait, can I get a redo? Can I get a redo? The book that I
Which
would
book
bring.
Are you taking out?
I'm going to take out Harry Potter, Silent Patient. If I could reread The Silent Patient and not know the ending, oh my God.
Well, you're going to read it over and over again on
yeah,
this
but
island,
I'm just saying, like, that is a book that I truly love. Did you just break my microphone?
You're breaking your microphone.
That's my microphone, boy. Yeah, I would bring The Silent Patient. Oh my God, 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 if you haven't read it. Read it. You should read it. You would really enjoy it. He doesn't love to read like I love to read. Okay, 3 celebrities
to join you on this island. Who are you going to repopulate with? Apparently. I count as a celebrity, I think.
Sure, I'll repopulate with you.
No, don't pick me. That's boring.
Okay, I'm going to do someone for entertainment.
Okay. Okay.
Someone funny. Dave Chappelle.
Okay.
I'd bring Dave Chappelle. We're taking like religion out of it. Like I don't want that a part of it. I just want some people that like 3 people. This is a hypothetical game. I don't have to be cerebral about it. Dave Chappelle to hang out with and laugh with. Who's a girl that I would enjoy hanging out with?
Wow. Shots fired.
Not a lot of celebrities make me want to hang out with them. Let's see. I mean, the like cliche is Taylor Swift. Like I would want to know her in real life. Which I know people would have
She'd
polarizing.
just be under a palm tree the whole time, banging on coconuts, making up songs, and
and I would sing with her, and it'd be great.
You think she'd?
Who am I going to repopulate with? I can't say this because then you're going to be like, ah.
What? I don't care. You're on a deserted island. I'm safe.
Who do I want to repopulate the earth with? Like someone that I would. I know who it is. I know who it is.
You don't have to do that.
Oh, okay. Well, someone to like be my mate.
You don't. That's what you want on this island.
Well, yeah. You have to think about. Yeah. Matthew McConaughey.
Okay.
Not because just of his looks, but like I feel like he's a very intelligent person. I would enjoy a conversation with him.
So nobody with survival skills or anything like that to get you off the island.
Matthew McConaughey could survive an island.
And
Dave Chappelle's funny as crap. Dave Chappelle is smart. So, yes. Yeah.
I don't think he's going to kill any animals or anything.
I think he could find a way for me to do it and not get killed. He'd probably be like, all right, this is the plan.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. That's an interesting group.
Do you think?
No. But
wait, can I ask you? Who would your 3 people be?
I don't know.
Yes, you do.
I haven't thought about this for me.
You know because while you were writing these questions, you were thinking.
Didn't. No.
Who would you repopulate?
I
know who you would repopulate the earth with.
I was thinking of who you would.
Zooey Deschanel.
No.
Yes, you would.
I wouldn't bring someone to repopulate with. I'd probably bring 3 guys so we can get off this island.
No, I know you're a great person. No, I think. Yeah. Zooey Deschanel. Zooey Deschanel. You would bring Zooey Deschanel because one time you made a tweet that she was going to be your wife. Joke's on you, sucker.
When I was like 20.
Yeah. Right before we got married.
Figuring out Twitter.
5 years before. Anyways, who would you bring? Just off the top of your dome. Just go. Quick. Tony Romo.
Survival people.
No, you wouldn't.
Bear Grylls.
No, you wouldn't.
Who's another survival person?
No, bring somebody to like that you actually want to know.
Gordon Ramsay. So he can make all the gross food taste great.
Okay.
And probably Jesus.
Wow. Did you get that? Virtue signaling that he just did? That's wonderful. We love that for you.
Well, he could walk us on across the water and to safety.
Wow. So you're just going to use Jesus for his talents?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the whole point.
Oh my God. Okay.
All right. That's all I have for you.
Really?
If you're ready to, if I'm free to go.
I was really sweating bullets. Like, I thought you were going to I don't know.
You think I was going to take this that seriously?
I should have known better. I should have known after 10 years of marriage, you'd make light of all the things. But I do appreciate that you were willing to do this. People love you. I think that was our best performing episode last year was the episode with you, which is infuriating because, you just come on and
I don't think
jabber
it was
jaws.
the best, but
people love, like, anytime I post you on my social media, they're like, oh my God, Dylan. Everybody's like, oh, sweet Dylan.
Well, I'm here to change that perception.
You. Can y'all all
Hopefully.
quit commenting and boosting his ego about it? Tell him he's a little bit of a psycho. But we love it. What was that guy?
Yeah.
No, what was that comment that we got on my Instagram? Remember that video that went like viral? And they were like
someone
commenting.
said I look like the guy who killed his family or something.
Yeah. I've been sleeping with one eye open ever since.
Yeah, right. That's how you sleep normally.
And we're going to end it on that.
Now, tell everyone how you sleep real quick. How many
Don't
items
do me like
you
that.
need? How many pillows do you have in the bed? And is there a sufficient amount of room for me in the bed? Or do I sleep like this, curled up
I'm just trying to edge
on
you
the
out.
side of the
I'm
bed?
trying to give you the notice of like, hey,
Like
the
a
couch
dog.
is so comfortable. Don't you love it? Don't you want to sleep there? So I can sleep like this. I sleep with nose tape because I have a deviated septum. Okay. It's a medical condition.
And
Mouth tape because it's good for you. Do your research. An eye mask because he sleeps with a freaking TV on. And a bonnet because I have curly hair. Don't even say anything because they will come for you if you do that. And what else do I sleep with? I think that's it. And 6 pillows. I sleep with a pillow behind my head, a pillow on my side, a pillow in my arms, 2 pillows underneath my legs, and a pillow at my feet. How many is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 pillows. I sleep with 6 pillows every single night.
6 pillows.
And 1
7,
sweet
8,
husband.
9, 10. And I'm the 11th item in that bed.
Plus our kids and our dogs.
Yep.
So if you ever want to know what it takes to look this good, it's just insanity in your bed. That's what it is. Oh, wait. That could have gone. Never mind. Cut that out.
And
Goodbye.
that's all the time we have today.
We love you. Toodaloo.
Goodbye. Sorry.
Hey guys, thanks for listening to my mom's podcast, Let's Just Be Real. If you enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe, like, follow, rate, and review so you don't miss any of these honest and amazing stories. For all the behind the scenes content, go follow my mom at Jordyn Swingle on Instagram. And as always, let's just be real.